Hello students, welcome to a new mathematics session. Today, we will be taking part 2 of the quadratic equation. We will be going through exercise 4.3 and 4.4 of quadratic equation.
In this question, we are asked to find the percentage of Rehman. So for now, let the percentage of Rehman be x years. Then, as per the conditions, we are forming two equations. That is, we are taking the sum of the reciprocals of the equation as per given in the question. Now we are calculating as these are fraction. For their addition, we are taking the LCM and conducting the calculation. While conducting, you would get a quadratic equation, and from the quadratic equation you would get values of x, and the values in here it is a positive digit and a negative digit. The negative digit can be rejected, as in the question we are asked to find the age. You know that a negative number cannot become an age, so we reject the negative number and the positive number becomes our required age. In here, we need to find Shefali's marks in two subjects. As per the question, you would see that we would require only one variable, and from the variable you can also find the other subject's mark also. So for now I am taking the mark of mathematics as x and the other, that is mark of English, as 30 minus x from the question. Then as per the conditions from the question, we are creating an equation and conducting the calculation. You would be getting two solutions for x, and both the two solutions can be for maths and English. We are writing the both the cases. In this question, we are required to find the sides of the field. Let the shorter side of rectangle be x meter and the longer side of the rectangle be x plus 30 meter. As in the question, it is particularly said that longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, and the diagonal be x plus 60 meter. From the figure, the shorter side, longer side, and the diagonal is forming a triangle ABC, and with this triangle, using Pythagoras theorem, we are finding the sides. Then we have to work on the equation formed through Pythagoras theorem. You will get two solutions for x. One is negative and the other is positive. We are rejecting the negative as we do not require a negative number for length, and let the shorter side as it is x, it is 90 meter, and the longer side was x plus 30 meter, or shorter side plus 30 meter, that is the longer side is 120 meter. Question number 1 of exercise 4.4. At this point, I am hoping that you would have read and understood the note from the very first of the video. This is an application question of the same note. Question number 1.1. Let each of the coefficients be A, B and C. Then we are applying the discriminant formula and receiving the answer lesser than 0, which means that the root of this quadratic equation will be an imaginary number. Question number 2. We are taking each of the coefficients as A, B and C and conducting it in the discriminant formula. Then we are getting the answer 0, which means that the roots of the equation are real and equal. Then by quadratic formula, we are finding the solution of the quadratic equations. In this question, we have to find the value of k. Also, it is given that the quadratic equation has two equal roots, which means that we will get a 0 as the discriminant, which means that the RHS will be 0. That is, you need to find the k with the LHS and the RHS. Using discriminant formula, when applied to an equation formed using length, breadth and the area, and if you get a real number, then you can say that yes, you can find the length and breadth by this area. And now coming to the second part of the question, you need to find the length and breadth. Either you could find it using the quadratic formula or by this way. In this question, you need to find the present age of two of the friends. For it, let one of the friends' age be x and the other friend's be 20 minus x from the question. Then, according to the condition, 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48, and with this condition, we are forming an equation. From this quadratic equation, find the discriminant. You would see that the discriminant is lesser than 0. Then the roots will never be a real root, which means that we cannot find the answer. And again, in this question, it is first asked that whether is it possible to design a rectangular park with the perimeter and the area given. So, let the length of the rectangular park be x. And with this length, when applied to the perimeter, you will get the value for breadth. And with this, when put close as an area of the rectangle, you could get a quadratic equation. Then find the x either using quadratic formula or by the splitting the middle term as in here. And in here, when you look, you will see that the result you have got is a positive number, which means that the rectangular park's design is possible, and the length of the park be 20 meter and the breadth will also be 20 meter as for length of the park minus 20 to the breadth.
So, we have come to the end of the last video of this chapter, Quadratic Equation. Hope you like the video. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel